during these tough times, I think the biggest thing a leader needs to do is to communicate, and then communicate again. And even to the point, like I was working with somebody this week where they wanted to get messaging out to their staff and they were sending out emails, which is nothing wrong with email, but they were not getting engagement. And they were nervous to have any type of verbal or video communication with them because they were insecure. Their imposter syndrome was saying, well, I don't have the answers to this situation. I'm not sure what the business is going to look like once we're through this. And I really challenged her to create a video and send it out to her entire team, which she eventually did. And she got immediate engagement. And in that video, she greeted them by saying, I'm thinking of all of you. You are important to me. As leaders, that we need to reinforce to our teams that the people matter, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters are the people, whether it's the customers or the internal staff. And I say leaders, if we do a great job as leaders, we make it really easy for our people to work with us, and we make it really easy for our clients to work with us. So communicate that. And she did. And she sent me a text message afterwards saying, out of the 20 leaders I reached out to, 18 got back to me within 3 minutes. And 14 of them sent me a video message back that they were thinking of me. And it's that connection. It's that, I understand the phrase social distancing is being used. I really think it's more of how can we create physical distancing with social connection. So I'm encouraging my leaders, communicate.
I'm seeing that as well, Todd, the communication. And the communication is, there's been a flip-flop. Pre-COVID, the leaders communicated as it related to results. What are we getting? What are we driving towards first? Then they would talk about the people. Now they talk about the people first. They're really concerned, especially when we're still doing Zoom meetings, that they really check in with their folks to make sure that they're all doing well, because we all have different situations back home. While we're working, and you can't observe that. You need to inquire, and that's the big change I've seen. And I'm hopeful that leaders have learned through this, and that they continue to put people first, and then the results will come. I mean, there's obviously a balancing act. You don't want to just focus on people and forget about the results, but if you treat your people well, they're going to be more engaged, which in fact, DDI just did a survey recently, and they have found that employee engagement has increased over the last 2 months. And they attribute that to the fact that leaders have made a shift and really focused on their people first. So I'm hopeful that will continue as we re-enter the workplace.
Well, I think the leaders who are willing to re-engage with that sense of curiosity, to connect with people, it's those connections that are going to make the reintegration easier, as well as I think I've got clients that are thriving right now based upon those communications. So I love what you're sharing in that report. I'm going to have to get a copy of that, because I think it's so important that we share that message with people today, that even within the tragedy, there is opportunity within these, in those opportunities. Now when you get quantifiable data behind it.
Exactly.
I'm super excited.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of opportunity ahead of us. It's just kind of navigating that chaos. Employees now, they're starting to enter the workforce or the workplace, and there are people that are fearful, and you need to be really transparent with them that you don't have all the solutions either. That there might be an uptick in COVID. Well, what's your plan? Communicate that plan to them now versus trying to figure out when it happens.